Welcome to another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with two G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with two G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. And I want to welcome on Willie Wings.
Yeah, what up, man? What up?
What's going on, man? It's been a long time, man. Like I was telling you earlier, I mean, I met you when we kind of first even started this. And once we first started this and we got together with Swag, and it was like, boom, we already linked up. It was like, you already know we got to get you on here too.
On me, that's dope.
So even just starting off, what part of San Diego? You from San Diego?
Yep, I'm born and raised here.
And what part of San Diego you grew up in?
Right here, Oak Park.
Oh, okay, like right the area we're in right now.
Yeah, right here in my grandmother's.
Okay, and what was that like growing up out here in Oak Park for you?
It was a little bit of everything. Like we was really outside. Like it was for the tablets and everything came in. So we was. Like you when you saying we outside, you have to actually go outside to see your friends. Yeah, we actually go outside. Like that. Yeah. Like me and my next door neighbors. Like where I used to live, my mom used to live down the street from here on 54th, and then I used to have my next door neighbor, and we used to go outside and ride bikes. They do everything, play basketball. We out there like acting like we wrestling, WWE.
Yeah, I know exactly. So it's funny when you even said because it's taking me back. Like even when you playing two-hand touch football on the street.
Yeah,
like I don't remember like that type of shit.
We was doing like me and my boy. We was in front of his house playing one-on-one football. Like we just playing like we used to call it smear the queer.
Oh, I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Where you throw the ball in the air and then you had the ball.
See, you say some shit like that today, you gonna get in trouble. I know exactly what you're talking about though.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was funny as shit. That's why, like, when you saying like, I already know, like we were talking about, we grew up from the same era, so like those type of things I can relate to.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So like, what high school, or even starting off before that, middle school, like what was that? No, even before that, you grew up with both your parents?
Nah, I grew up with just my mom. My dad had passed away like a month before I was born.
Okay, so you didn't even get to experience none of that, obviously.
Nah, I didn't experience none of that. Like he had passed away. He had died over here on Church Ward. He had got killed in a drive-by shooting. Yeah, so then a month later after that, that's when I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically how that happened. And then basically my mom raised me, and then I was mostly here with my grandparents, my grandfather, and my that's not here today, rest in peace, and my grandmother. Yeah.
So like you just saying, did you have siblings?
I have a brother. And my dad. We're 4 months apart, so we call like project twins. That's what I call it. Yeah. So he's my older brother, about 4 months. That's on my dad's side, and other than that, that's it. Yeah, just me and him.
See, so that I could relate on that end as well. It's like growing up. I mean, I know a lot of people can relate on it, like just growing up with your mom. It's crazy how many women attempt to raise a man, because obviously at the end of the day, they can only do so much. Like they can't raise you to be a man. You're gonna have to figure out that part yourself. But obviously they can tend to you and love you and build you up. So it's like I was talking about that with somebody, like how crazy it is just how many women gotta raise a man. What was that like experience like for you growing up just with your moms?
Man, it was a little bit of I don't even know how to explain it really. It was hard. It was hard because I always wanted to know who my dad was. Right. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to know like how is he and like what was he like and everything like that. But my mom always made sure to try to fill that space for me and all that. Like I never grow up like everything around me. You see my uncle right here. I had father figures around me, like my dad's best friend, my god, which is my goddad, my uncle, my grandfather, and then I had father figures around me, and basically my mom just did her best. She did what she could, and then I really gravitated towards that, and as I got older, I still to this day like. I still think about, what happened to him or anything like that. But now I feel more.
Right, and how could you not?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like now I feel like, I'm getting more at peace with it. Like I started going to therapy and everything. So it's like now I'm really starting to get more at peace with it. Like, and then even when I was younger, I always said like, this happened for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be bigger.
I always believe that.
Yeah, and then, cause, man, I don't know, like everything I done seen or experienced and been through, like growing up, it's like that's what I feel like molded me into like be a man. Like I had positive people around me to like
Definitely.
show me where I didn't have to go certain routes or do certain things because I could do this. You know what I'm saying? I could put my all into this and then probably get somewhere with it.
And that was part of the thing, like you're saying, everything happened for a reason. Like obviously, like you said, you had the people around you to this day that kind of molded you and kind of now look where you are now. And like you said, I didn't have to take that other route. Who knows what would have happened if, your pops or whatever the case is was still around.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything like we just said happens for a reason. But with that even being said, because you even touched a little bit on therapy, I'm starting to hear more and more people saying like, oh man, I went to therapy.
Yeah.
What brought you to the point feel you like, I need to go to therapy?
Man, I was just like, it was a lot of things like I was trying to do and it just wasn't working, or you know what I'm saying? And I'll fall me into like a deeper depression, you know what I'm saying? Then like it'll be days where I like wake up and I'm just like depressed and you know what I'm saying? And like I'm trying to think positive because that's who I am. I'm trying to be positive, trying to do, what I can to like, better everything. But, when I'm looking at like Willie Wings and my personal life, and everything else, it's like it all takes a toll, and I don't really know, like I didn't really have that person to like really talk to and let that off and someone give me information to work on things and show me that it's okay and it's gonna be right. And like once I started that, that's when I realized everything started getting clear to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So was it more so like you trying to build a business and maybe you in the back of your mind is kind of tricking you, telling you like this is not gonna work, and that was bringing you depression, or it was other things?
It was other things. Like I still like I said, I still deal with my dad, what I'm saying? I'm still like I think it's a lot of like PTSD and a lot of trauma like, I go through and things I experienced, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that comes up in my dreams and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't really know how to express it or how to, open it up and tell people that I don't want them to look at me like, I'm tripping or something.
And that'd be a lot of the part. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't or feel like they can't express themselves because they think like, how's this person gonna be looking at me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to look X, Y, and Z type of thing to this person. But at the end of the day, it'd be like, and that's why you ended up going. It's like, it's more so how you gonna be feeling at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, other people, whoever we're talking about, they not gonna be there.
Yeah.
When you, like you just said, when you're dreaming and waking up about that shit, they not gonna be right there next to you. So it's like,
and
you gotta find a way to express that.
Yeah, and then so once I started the therapy, it was cool because it was a older black lady. You know what I'm saying?
Did you choose? You chose. I want I want a woman, or I want a black woman, or I want a man.
Nah, it just happened like that, okay. And then it was crazy how it happened because she like felt the same thing. Like I felt like because she has to go through a certain amount that she just gets like these people, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, so when she called me and then we end up talking, I tell her tell her what I've been through and my story for a little bit. Like she felt like it was meant to happen, like because she was like, relate. Yeah, and then she said there's not too many people like us, and,
black. She's like, it's not too many black men.
Nah, it's not, and like they shy from it and all that, and I felt that because I was like that, like I tried therapy before, and it just like I felt like it wasn't for me, but that was me running from Oh,
so you tried it before you even tried it again this time?
Yeah, I tried it when I was younger.
And what age were you when you even tried it at first?
I was probably like, I think I was like 19, 20. I was like 19, 20. I remember. Yeah, I was like right when I graduated high school, and then I was going to Merced, and I remember it was around the time I came back home, and I tried to go to therapy, and then that
was your choice.
Yeah, it wasn't really my choice. Like my mom had told me to
look into that.
And I looked into it. You know what I'm saying? I went, I did the research. I found like older black,
And the first time it was an older black woman.
Yeah, and that was an older black man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I think at the time I was just stubborn. I just didn't really want to hear what he was trying to tell me and stuff like. So
your mentor wasn't even at that point where you could even accept whatever he was talking about.
Yeah, I wasn't like mentally mature enough to like accept what he was saying. So and now that I started therapy, now I look back at it and I say, I wasn't, your
mindset is different.
Yeah, it's way different. So now that I look back at that and be like, no, I could have, really took this seriously, but I wasn't. So, it's time. It's all about timing.
Exactly. And I would think like, and you with you even at a young, and I would even consider 19 still a young age to consider therapy, because like how we were just talking about is people nowadays who would be like, oh no, that's weird, or like or whatever, even though they really want somebody to talk to, but don't want to be looked at as weird. So for you to try it and then try it again, you was obviously dedicated to getting to where it is, wherever you trying to get for your mental, like your mental. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like kudos to you for even like trying to attempt to do that.
Oh, good looking.
Yeah, definitely. And then with you in high school, you was in sports, right?
Yeah, I was in sports. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to Modern Day Catholic, and I played football, basketball. I even tried playing volleyball for a little bit. I played baseball, and then I played travel ball with Coach Jeff, that coach at Lincoln right now. And I played for the Cougars. That's what his team was. But my main sport was football.
With you, what made you even want to play volleyball? What were they even thinking about when you was playing volleyball?
Nah, see, look, my anatomy teacher was a volleyball coach.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I struggled a lot in her class. Like even she taught science. So, any grade I was like, I had her. And she's always, you should play volleyball or whatever. So I'm just like, if I play volleyball, can I get a little help? So it was like one of those things. But then like I really like, me and her. It's funny because all the teachers like I battle with, like as we grown, like I got attached to them. So like her, I really got attachment to her because she really helped me, like, cause I was a lazy like student, so
I'm not gonna do the work.
Yeah, like I was a lazy student. Like if I just thought I couldn't do it, I wouldn't even try. So she really pushed me. Like that's when she really pushed me, and like she made.
What you even think made you as a student like that? Like what made you even? What do you feel like made you a lazy student?
I don't know. I just wanted to go to school and play football. Like I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go through the motions, basically. Like I didn't want to like go. I didn't really want to do the work. I wasn't really into that. But like when I got into college, I felt like I got more into school because it's like I started taking the classes that I wanted to take instead of, taking like the basic classes.
And that's crazy. Like you said, you was a lazy student, but then you ended up wanting to do school even more afterwards.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell. Like when you really think back to
my GPA in college was way better than my high school GPA.
Because you took it serious.
Yeah, I took it more serious. But it took some time though.
Yeah.
It took a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you said, you did sports and then you did volleyball. That was because you're an anatomy coach. But you said you was most dedicated about what? Sports.
Yeah, sports.
No, what sport you said?
Football.
Okay.
Football is my number one thing.
And what position you play in football?
I play wide receiver, DB, kick return, punt return.
And was at any point that you felt like this is what I want to pursue?
Yeah, like in the beginning, once I started playing wide receiver, this is what I wanted to do. I started off in Pop Warner. I was a center. Like I would play O-line all the way until I was probably like 12. And I didn't play receiver until like my last year at Pop Warner.
When you started to thin out.
Yeah, so it's like it was new and fresh to everybody to see me play receiver and all that. But the whole time playing Pop Warner, I knew I was a receiver. Like my dad played receiver and all that. I always like to catch the ball. Like anything.
Right.
I used to like jump in for the ball and catching it. Like Randy Moss.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that was my whole like motivation. So when I went to high school and I actually got the opportunity to play receiver, I just ran with it. Yeah.
So then like you said, like once you start running with it, then what got you to the point where like, okay, this is not gonna work for me?
Once I was done, cause I played in college, so
you even took it past that?
Yeah, I played in college, so I like right out of high school, I went to a JUCO in Merced. I went there. It was rough there. Like I got a wake up call. Like I was really like, you really got to grind. Like you really like you can't like once you go into college, everybody is number one where they was. So
right,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying. So you get like that. You get that like that little kick in the ass kind of. And
telling you like, oh shit, I thought I was booming, but dude over here, he really on this shit.
Yeah, and then so it didn't really work out there for me. So I kind of like lost confidence in playing, kind of. So I stopped playing, and I was just going to school, and then I wasn't going to school. Like I was skipping classes, like doing dumb shit, and then I ended up coming back home, and that's when I started working at the Y, and I started going back to school at Southwestern, and I was just going to school just to be a student, and I was working with kids at the Y, so I kind of like took that and wanted to like work with kids. Like, I wanted to start my own, like I said, I wanted to start my own nonprofit with kids and get back to these communities. Cause I was working at the Y in Eastlake, and I was seeing all the things that, all the things they got access to after school program.
And that Y is way different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to like take that, bring it down here and like run with it kind of. So I started taking like the child development thing seriously. And then my little bro Red started playing at Mesa, and I used to go out there at the games and see him, and then I was just like, I could probably get this another shot. And then so I just started working out just randomly. I was already in school, so I already know how many units I need to get to just play and all that. So once I got all that figured out, I went to Mesa. And then it was so crazy about that is my dad played for Mesa at JUCO. So,
wow,
yeah,
that
so
is crazy.
It just worked out. You know what I'm saying? So I went there. I met the receiver coach, Coach Omar, and from day one since I met him, he was rocking with me. Like, he never seen me play or nothing like that. But then once I got on the field, and then this is me not playing in like 2 years. It was like 2.5 years I ain't played. And then it just, I just got back to work. And,
right.
Yeah. And then that worked out. And then, my Coach Omar, he had told me that, he only had 1 year eligibility left. I had like basically fucked up my clock. Cause you know what I'm saying? I had,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started my JUCO, and I played, and I ended up playing, like I should have gray shirted, but I ended up playing. And then that ruined. When I'm not playing, my clock is still going. So
right, because you only got an X amount of time.
Yeah,
because I understand what you're saying. For those who don't understand what you're saying, like kind of explain that part. But like when you said like I only had X amount of time while you're in junior college.
So I don't know if they do that anymore now, but now so back then once you start playing in the JUCO, like in the junior college, once you start playing, your clock starts. So you have like a certain amount of time to play collegiate football at a 4-year college. So it's really, you're supposed to, some people go to JUCO 1 year, then go out and they got 3 years. Some people go to JUCO 2 years and they got 2 years left. And then depending, they might redshirt after 4 year when they transfer, and they have, that 2 years still.
So you're basically saying you got X amount of time to get out of junior college.
Yeah, you got
somewhere.
Yeah.
For 3 months or however amount of time you got left.
Yeah.
Because you only got, like you said, you got 4 years of college.
Yeah, you got
however long you're in junior college, that's how much time you got left.
Yeah.
And when you get to
especially if you get if you run full time. So some people, they get away with it because they don't enroll in 12 units. So they might just enroll in like 9 units. So it wouldn't really count. Their clock wouldn't their clock would be on pause or something like that. Like, so there's other ways to it. But so I went to Mesa College. I was playing there, and then as I'm playing there, I'm getting looks from like D2s, like Texas State, and then like HBCUs, like Bethune-Cookman and schools like that.
They're checking for you.
And I couldn't rock with it. Like, I couldn't go. Like, my grades is okay, good enough to transfer, but my clock. So I had to go NAIA. So I ended up going NAIA, which is like lower than like D1, D2. But I go there and they say I got 4 semesters of eligibility. So basically I got 2 seasons. I could play 2 seasons.
Right.
So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going out to Kansas and going to school there.
What was life like in Kansas?
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a different experience, man. Like, I was in the middle of nowhere. It was like a small town. Like really, like just just imagine just driving through Old Town and that's it. Like
Old Town, like out here.
Yeah, like
and that's it.
Yeah, like just driving through Old Town. And everything looks old. Everything looks like
So everybody knew everybody there.
Yeah, everybody knew everybody. Like there was only one high school there. There was only Ottawa High School. There was only one Walmart.
What was the demographic? Like what type of people was out there?
It wasn't a lot of us. If it was us, we was at the school playing. We was playing at the school.
So even at them times, with it not being a lot of black folks out there, did you have to experience racism and stuff like that?
Oh man, what? So my first time,
cause me I never been out there, so that's why
it's a trip. It's a trip. It's a trip because I was in a small part of Kansas, and it's I already knew kind of predicted how it was
what this gonna be like out here.
You know what I'm saying? And I had some interactions. My first semester there, I had an interaction with one of the players on the basketball team. He was a white dude, and I'm just like, this dude come off racist like a mug.
You know already got it. Was what he was saying, or he was giving you a vibe already.
He was giving it was just like that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
How he was even
and then his colors came out when we went to a house party or whatever for the school.
He had a couple drinks in him.
Yeah, and then he wasn't rocking with us. And then right after that, I had moved off campus, and then I used to walk to school. I used to walk to the campus, and then as I'm walking, I'm just seeing Confederate flags just on houses.
See, that's a lot.
And there used to always be this one truck. I remember there's always this one truck, and they had the Confederate flag out proud.
Out the truck driving, right?
But then there's one thing too that tripped me out though, because it was a person on my team, and he had the Confederate wallet on his wallet, but he fucked with us though. You know what I'm saying? He was to come over, hang out and stuff like that. So it was I think to some people it means different things to them, but I don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't. Yeah. So it's I don't know. Most of the people out there it was hella cool though. It wasn't nothing really tripping off. The police was racist. Yeah, for sure.
So that's even a little more scarier for you then, because then you got to really worry about getting pulled over or anything like that.
Yeah, I done got pulled over plenty of times. They just searched the whole car, everything, and then get on with their day. And then
it was nothing.
Yeah, and then the next day, I'll be driving one of my teammates' car or something to go to the store real quick because I didn't have a car out there. So then I'll drive back to the campus, and I get pulled over again. And then I'll be like, damn, I just seen them the other day, and they was harassing us.
See, that'd be a lot, because myself, I be already having to tell myself to calm down when stuff like that happen. But when you be feeling something fishy, I know you got to keep yourself contained. But that stuff be a little tricky sometimes.
Yeah, man, that shit's crazy though. But outside of Ottawa and stuff like that, Lawrence, where KU is at,
right,
where Lawrence, it's a small town too, but it's a real college vibe. So we would go there.
Was that far drive?
Nah, it was probably 30-minute drive.
That's easy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's easy.
So we'll go there to party and stuff, to really get that real college experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so it was dope there though. I love it. My little godbrother go there now. He goes to KU. He actually play. He's there for spring ball.
You playing with basketball or football?
Yeah, football.
So, okay, I'm because they just end up losing right now.
Yeah, he graduated. He actually graduated from my high school, Modern Day, and then he transferred. He went up to KU. He there right now, and I was telling him when he was going on his visits, go to this spot, go to this spot.
Yeah, you already knew.
I knew where the food spots was. I was telling him go here, and it was so it's dope. It's dope.
And then what brought you back to San Diego?
So when I was going to Kansas school in Kansas, what really brought me back, my grandpa had got sick, you know what I'm saying? Right. He was really sick. And then so I was gonna stay out there and continue going to school, but I just felt like coming back or whatever. And then when I came back, he had passed away. And then I was kind of rapping, but I wasn't rapping. I was my best friend, he was rapping, and then we all lived together in the same house in Kansas.
Right.
So he was doing the rap thing. He had came home one time with a mic and the laptop and everything. So we just started on the garage band, just rapping and stuff. And then I came down here, and then as my grandfather was passing away, he passed away, and then my uncle, you know, he does the music too, and then, you know, he seen me getting into the music and all that. So this is how you see the studio right now, because when we was going through, you know, my grandfather passing, his dad passing, we tore everything down up in here, and then he built up a studio, you know, something where you could come, you know, we could like vent and, you know, let everything out. Like he do the beats and all that, and I do the music. So it was something like that. Yeah, so that's what really brought me back down here.
And like you said, you was doing the rapping, like kind of when you was out there in Kansas. Then did you take it a little more serious when you got back down here? Or it was kind of the end of it?
Yeah, like I started really rapping when I came down here. Up there, I was just like getting high, drinking and like hopping on the song type shit. Like I didn't want to rap. I wanted to be like the Slim in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in the background. Like you don't see me. Yeah. So I wanted to do that, but then I just started, you know, rapping. Like, you know, every time I heard a beat or something, I just started like, okay, I could probably get on this, you know. And I just started like, you know, practicing my flow and like really trying to find my own flow.
And is rapping still something you pursuing to this day?
Nah, not really. Right now, today it's like it's something that's like it's fun to me.
Yeah.
And it's like it's therapeutic to me. Like, you know, like I could get on a beat that I'm feeling, you know, I don't know how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? And I could really like express that through the beat, through the music, you know what I'm saying? Now that's what it's like. I used to really like, you know, think I could really do something and find a lane, but then then that's what got me into the food.
Right.
Yeah, so I got into the food by starting rapping, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have really nothing that push, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to represent the streets, or I didn't want to represent like, you know, how I grew up, where my friends were around and all that. I want to like push something positive.
Right.
So I seen this nigga named Busco. He passed away, but he's from the Bay, and he's a comedian, and he was like selling food though. Like he was selling like garlic noodle plates and stuff like that, and he'll pull up on you to the gas station and stuff like that. And I'm just seeing, I'm like, damn, that's hella dope. And this nigga funny as hell. So like he's like, you know what I'm saying?
He's bringing the entertainment with the food.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He actually bring a crowd and people might want to stay even longer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's so funny.
And then he's outside, like he's interacting with these people
with
he's selling
like,
the plates. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh, okay, he really like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's
Hollywood, like I can actually see him. He's out here.
Exactly. So that's
pull up.
Exactly, bro. So that's what really like made me go towards like doing the food. Like I was working, I was doing like some customer service work, and during that I was just thinking of a plan, like, you know what I'm saying, how can I become my own boss? How can I, you know what I'm saying, like really have my own business or something like that? And I don't know. I think I came over to my grandma's one day and she had cooked the wings or something like that. And I was just like, you know, she like, she's the cook in the family. You know, she always whip up the good shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she always made these wings growing up. Like even when I was up in Kansas, I told my grandma, like, you know, ship me the sauce so I can make the wings and stuff like that, or ship me the sauce for the fried rice too. And then so
and you said fried rice. What ethnicity is your grandma?
She's full Thai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So like, because when you said fried rice, like I was like, okay, well, you said fried rice. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, she gave me the sauce and all that. So that's what made me think of the idea to like, oh, like, you know, I came over here, pitched up to her, like, maybe one day we could like cook plates. Like I do pre-orders. Like you'll cook a little sample right now. I'll take a picture of it and I can post it on Facebook and all that. And then we'll see how many pre-orders we get. And then we can get people's reactions and stuff like that. And we did that and then just ran with it from there, really. Yeah, like we didn't have no name then or nothing like that.
So then what brought about Willie Wings? And wait, and when did that even come, when you first made that decision? Like, okay, now we're doing wings. Like even when you did that first plan, when was that? Like how many years ago?
That was like 4 years ago.
Damn, and you've been doing the wings for 4 years now.
Yeah, like probably like three and a half. What is that? 4 years? Huh? Yeah, yeah.
And what kept? Because I mean, I'm sure like it's highs and lows to everything. So what kept you keep going to this dream that you have? Because like I said, the highs and the lows, and you've been doing it for years. What kept you keep on going?
Shit, just like my vision, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see the vision, and then, you know, every year I feel like I get somewhere closer, or I learn something to, like, you know, really get to where I want to go. So it's like, you know, I never seen it. It was some like, you know, some falls in it, but I feel like they really wasn't, because we came in here not knowing nothing about the food industry and nothing like that. So everything that, you know, it seemed like what it was a loss, it was really a gain, because we learned everything. You know what I'm saying? We learned off those losses. So now I could
It
go on
wasn't
to
a loss, it was a
yeah,
lesson.
yeah, exactly. So now, you know, I could go on to start the food truck, and then maybe after the food truck, venture off into my own storefront and many locations like that. So
Right.
like, so that's what I'm just manifesting, and that's what I'm like really like focus on doing. That's my main goal.
What's been the hardest part to the food game?
Man, inflation. Really, like, you know, knowing that, you know, your food is not going, everybody's not gonna want your food every day or
Right.
something like that. So you always got to come up with a plan or a strategy to, like, you know, figure out what's the next move gonna be. Like, if this is not working, what we gonna do next? Like, how we gonna counter off of that? You know what I'm saying? Do we have to make a deal this day, do this, like that? You know what I'm saying? Like that. But right now I'm not open every day, or, you know, I'm not, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So right now I'm just like really banking off of the catering and everything like that, which is cool. Like, you know, everybody likes, you know, has an event or a party or like that. But I know, you know, if we sell plates and did the catering, that would be, you know, that would be a plus for us.
Right.
Yeah.
What even established such the business mentality into want to capitalize, like, and escalate your own business, elevate your own business? It made you even start thinking like, oh, because most people don't grow up even wanting to start their own business. They want to go to work, maybe work for the city, get a good paying job.
Yeah, honestly, it came from selling weed. Like, nah, like real shit. It came from selling weed.
That's that. I'm just
Like,
laughing. That's
like,
funny as hell.
It came from selling weed, man. Like, I just adding it up and like really figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? And really, like, that's how I really, you know, really started to figure out my own hustle. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I could sell that, then I could sell something positive. And I'd rather sell something positive that would keep me out the streets than selling some shit that would, you know what I'm saying, fuck up my life.
Right.
So I just like basically did that. I was looking up to people like Nip, Jay-Z, and seeing what they was doing, and really, like, you know what I'm saying, I even like tried to pick into Nip's brain and research like what books was he reading, and I was like, you know what I'm saying, and I started to start reading those books and stuff like that, and thinking of ideas, and like trying to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could sell this weed, but you know, how long, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long is that gonna last, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a fucking kingpin. Like, that's
right.
not,
And you was already thinking, like, obviously, like, it inspired it from the weed, but you was obviously thinking, what we gonna do after this shit?
Yeah, what we gonna do after it? Like, you know, so it's like I always knew that, like, you know, meeting people, networking with people, and all that, like, you know what I'm saying, shaking hands with people, and if I could sell that product, then, you know what I'm saying, if I come up with my own stuff, you know what I'm saying, like, exactly, that's like I could come up with something doper that, you know, that really means something, and that's really, you know what I'm saying, really authentic, and people will like it, you know what I'm saying, and it'd be something positive. Like, I wouldn't bring no negativity, no harm to the community.
I mean, like you said, like, what they can't talk bad about you selling wings.
Yeah, nah, yeah, and like I said, when we was outside, I was like, you know, this is universal. So, you know what I'm saying, like, the food is universal for people. So,
exactly,
like, everybody, anybody, it don't matter what skin color you are, what race, what hood you from.
Some goddamn wings.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, someone gonna come and tear some wings down. If not, then shit, we got lumpia. You can come get some
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We got alternatives.
Yeah, we got alternatives, and, you know, I really just want to give everybody, like, welcome them into my grandmother's house, really, and you know what I'm saying, give them something like, you know, a meal my grandmother would cook for me and my friends if we came over for, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's basically like what my story is with Willie Wings is. I want to be able to, you know, I want to be able to, you know, get to that letter, but then I want to use that and I want to get back to where I came from.
Definitely.
I definitely want to do that. That's number one to me.
What's the type of support you got from San Diego when you even first started doing the wings?
Oh,
and compare that to now. So what was that journey like for you, even first starting out with the wings and making that a decision? That's what you wanted to do.
I think it surprised everybody. You know what I'm saying? It surprised everybody. But I think,
man, he went from selling weed, now you selling wings.
Yeah. And I think that people that really know me and that really know where I come from, like my grandmother and stuff, that I think they was like, oh yeah, he about to do something.
The move.
Yeah, because they tasted her food or something. So it's like I felt like I knew it was gonna be a success when I gave it to my friends. They started like, damn, what's this, whatever, and then
like, damn, where you even get this from?
Yeah,
like, oh man, that's when you say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then basically, damn, I lost where we was at.
No, I just asked. What the fuck now? What the fuck did I just ask? I just said
the kombucha got me.
Nah, no, I just said and I know what the fuck I just said. I said goddamn what the fuck did I just say? Oh, it was like, exactly. Also was. What was the type of support you got from San Diego when you first started until now that you can even compare?
The support. I feel like I got a lot of positive support. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even with people that's in the food industry and all that, like, they really reached out and they see what I'm doing. They see my story and stuff like that. And they like, it's real authentic. And it's like, so everybody that's already in the game, they tell me like, stick to what you're doing, stick to, like, they like that. So I really like take that, and I really like to do things to show where I come from and how I grew up and stuff like that. And I think like that people support that. They like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially Daygo. I feel like, a lot of people think that a lot of people don't support things that go on in Daygo and stuff like that. But I feel like, people do. They just got their own way of doing it, own way of showing it. I feel like now people are just like anxious and waiting. You know what I'm saying? Now
they already know the name Willie Wings.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a minute, and it's like it always pops up. You know what I'm saying? And when I go outside, sometimes people be like, oh, I ain't tried Willie Wings. Like, I'm ready to try Willie Wings. And then that just get me more amped up because I'm like, I'm ready to open because not everybody want catering, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just want that plate, you know what I'm saying?
So they might want like 6-piece or 8-piece or whatever, 12-piece.
Yeah. So I'm really, I'm really excited to like really open and like give them that special.
Definitely, and like you just said, like it's not everybody gonna want a full catering, but somebody might want wings on a daily basis that they come for 8, 12, whatever piece, whatever it is. Some strips, whatever, Lucas, whatever it is. Like they come in, they come on a daily for that.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. So that's like major. So then you coming from like you was making wings for your homies and stuff. What was the change for you when you even started doing pricing? Because I know you didn't start off at the price that you started now.
Nah.
What was that like when you had to elevate to this, that?
It was crazy.
In the third, because it's like I'm sure like some people was like, okay, no, yo, we doing it. That's cool. Then you get this, is like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Nah, it was crazy. See, he did all that. So that's why he over here laughing, because he had to graph and figure out how he had to break down every ingredient.
He's like, you buying this and this is that and the third. You got to do this.
Yeah, it's crazy. So like that's when we got into the Barrio Food Hub, when we was in the Ghost Kitchen. Yeah. So that's when we like really got the wake up call. This shit was crazy. Like it was crazy.
So then like what was the support like after you went from like I'm saying, you selling weed, selling wings, or maybe you was even doing it for free.
Yeah.
Wings for your homies, and then it went to now this is the price and now this is the price.
Nah, it wasn't I felt like everybody, was proud to pay type shit. Like everybody respected the price. It wasn't like we was doing crazy prices. I had got that one time during the COVID though, like they talking about they don't want to pay $20 for something, for wings or something like that. But It was when I was cooking out of Phantom though. So you know what I'm saying? It was like a deal I had going and stuff like that. But it wasn't even nobody from the city complaining. It was people, it was like some social media shit, bro. It was like they was on Twitter just going and it just went crazy. Cause you know, and at that time, bro, in Atlanta, in Texas, and wings wasn't expensive. Down here, like, you know what I'm saying, when you go buy the chicken to cook the chicken and wings and stuff like that shit is expensive. So now now a 40-pound box of wings today is like $68. Back then it was like what, like 100 and something, like 114, some shit high like that. But just think about it right now. So today, right now, 40 pounds. See, there's people. I'm giving out game right now,
right?
Because I'm telling you, if you go to Restaurant Depot, you'll see got the 40-pound boxes for like $68, and then you go back then, like 2 years ago, a year ago, that shit was like $114, something like that. So just think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, you see certain restaurants and certain places like they raising their prices a little bit, like you know, taco shops and stuff like that. Especially taco shops, like the one up the street, they raise their prices on their breakfast burritos and stuff like that. They raise them high.
You be catching on to that shit. Like,
yeah,
you in the business.
Yeah. You're like, I feel like I really gotta know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And then, but you know, I just went somewhere like a couple days ago, and it was basically telling me like it's okay to be upfront about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a firm believer in that. Like you can let them know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got
upfront. They say like you could be upfront about what?
Upfront about, you know, let them know why your prices are changing if they ask and stuff like that. Like it's okay to let them know. You know, I feel like they'll understand. You know, so and people still gonna, if your food's good, they still gonna You know what I'm saying? They still gonna rock with it. So that's something right there that I feel like really helped me, because looking back at stuff like that and like how, you know, he was doing the breaking down each ingredient and everything and try to come up with the prices and everything like that. That shit is a lot of hard work, and it's a lot that goes on. People think that is just like cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, he just cooked. Nah. And now he came up with these prices. Like, he just cooked and came with these prices. Like, nah, I did. Yeah. I done messed myself up. I done, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to change my whole menus before, because, you know, my prices was just, it wasn't accurate. I wasn't like, it wasn't a way to, like, you know what I'm saying?
You wasn't profiting.
No, I wasn't profiting. Like, you know, it was just
like, basically doing all the damn work, but the money not coming back.
Yeah. And then you got to remember, like, at the end of the day, you got to pay yourself first. You know what I'm saying? And then, so that's what really, like, I learned from it. Like everything I'm doing with the food, I learn as I go.
I mean, I don't know if you can speak on it or not, but what's probably the worst business move you made with doing Willie Wings?
The worst business move?
Have you been scammed out of something, or like have you just made what's been the worst thing like you felt like you did with this doing now on this journey?
Too accessible. I feel like, you know, I don't have to cook at every event. I don't have to like do stuff like that. So I feel like sometimes when I do that, I take a loss, but then I don't really look at it as a loss. I just look at it like, you know, I got a different crowd to look at, you know, to try my food out or stuff like that. And I feel like I should be able to now I know what to stick to, or where my crowd is, you know, what age group and stuff like that. But I feel like, you know, I was really playing around with it, like doing pop-ups at certain breweries and stuff like that. And, you know, and I took losses from that, because it's like,
you could have been somewhere else doing something else.
Yeah. Or I could have not just done it at all and just focus on just catering and you know what I'm saying, and not take no loss. You know what I'm saying? But that's just stuff I learn as I go. And I feel like I don't really like to sit there and dwell on it, because I feel like, you know, even though I sold like 6 plates when I was expecting to sell more than that, you know, I touched a new customer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all about word of mouth to me. I feel like, you know, the highest percentage of marketing is word of mouth. Like, you know, everything gets out there word of mouth, and once it gets, you know, to the next person, and it goes, you know, it's a cycle. So I feel like word of mouth is a big thing for me.
Definitely, like you just said, like it's a cycle. Once somebody else, it's almost like a fire that catch. Somebody's talking about the next.
Yeah.
So even on the business side of things, who helps you, or how did you learn the business side of things and how to carry yourself with Willie Wings?
Shit, my uncle basically, and I learned from him. Not even like on no food business shit, like, cause like he didn't know nothing. But he came in just like me. You know, he was just supporting my vision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, but if it wasn't for him supporting my vision, I wouldn't be motivated to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And also my grandmother as well. Like she, you know, she seen like the vision and stuff like that. So she supported it too. But I feel like, you know, the business side of everything like that, I feel like, you know, watching him and seeing what, you know, what you know, how he moves with everything and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, that's why I like got inspired to, like, you know, be a business person. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, you know, he was, before this, he was in the music, you know what I'm saying?
Producing.
He was doing producing.
He's still doing that now.
He was doing everything, like, bro. He was like, you know Fam Art?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
He was selling the mixtapes, and we was in a building, and we was making the mixtapes, and he had a duplicator machine, everything, and he was hustling the mixtapes. You know,
so he go way back then.
I'm talking about, this is what the DJ Woo Kid and Who Kid, like you know when 50 Cent was dropping mixtapes.
Right, yeah.
He was getting those from down there in New York, and Woo Kid, and he was you know duplicating the CDs and going to pitch them to different swap meets. Yeah,
like, that didn't even take him back. It's like, damn, man, I remember now doing that shit.
I was because around that time I was still in elementary school, I think. You know what I'm saying?
And you was in there with him.
Yeah, and I was in there with him because I was like, oh, this shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like he making selling the CDs for the rappers I listen to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that shit dope. So I'm like, yeah. So I got inspired off that, and that's like, music always been with me since then. Yeah.
And now even jumping a little forward, what brought you to wanting to get married?
Oh man, shit. I don't know. Me and her, like.
And even how long ago was y'all and you could touch on as much as you want, give or take, whatever, that's all up to you. How long was y'all even together before you decided to get married?
We was together like, what, 9, almost 8, 9 years before we decided to get married.
Yeah.
It was 8, 9 years. It was like on and off though. Like I met her when we was both in school. Yeah, I think we was both. I was working at the Y, and she was at school in San Jose State.
Okay.
Yeah, and I met her through one of my friends I knew since preschool. And
damn, since preschool.
Yeah, I knew him since preschool, and you know he was close with them. They was like, you know, they was like family friends. So you know, and we had one.
Gotta have the little in on that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because before that I had went to her cousin's house. And I had met her, and we was chilling. We was talking about my friend that, you know, I knew since preschool, and it was crazy. And we was just talking, and I never seen her again.
Yeah. And
then so I ended up running into her when my friend we pulled up on him, and I was like, oh shit, I've been here before, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it just like we just connected, and like she was like became like my best friend to me, and then you know we just been rocking since, you know what I'm saying?
And I do feel like that's always even a big part of a relationship, like even to become friends before anything.
Yeah.
Because then y'all got that relationship before even having
y'all
in a relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. We was friends for a minute. And then it just like, I was just like, all right, let me stop playing. And then
let me stop playing.
Yeah.
Let me lock this one down for real.
Yeah, exactly, that part.
And now with you having to grind so hard with like trying to push your business, how does she, I guess, receive that? With you not having to be home some nights, with you having to do this, that, you having to probably be on your phone a little more now.
Yeah.
Like how do you divide your regular family life and business?
Shit, it's hard. I'm still trying to figure that out, like how to really balance it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still, like, you know, I could tell she support the vision, she believe in it and all that, but you know, there'd be times where it'd be like a little rough, you know, oh, why you always gotta go down there or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like, you know, once everything starts really flourishing, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, she really gonna get it, and like we could look back and be like, yeah, you know, you he was just tripping.
Right. Cause you just didn't see the bigger picture at that time.
You didn't see the bigger picture, but I can understand, you know what I'm saying? Because it's ups and downs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's times where she had to carry me, you know, because you know, my business is down, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
that's a part of y'all being a partner in a relationship and working together.
Yeah. So, you know, I feel like, you know, that part right there is like, if you get over that hurdle and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, you can have a real good relationship.
And that's like, that speaks volume, like you're saying. Like, once you get over that hurdle, you can have a real relationship. What told you, like, I want to get married? Because nowadays, I feel like a lot of people are not. I guess I don't know what to call it, 50-50 or not, but they don't even look to get married. They're just like, we just gonna be together. What made you want to lock it? Was that something traditional? Or was like, what made you want to get married?
I feel like I always wanted to get married. Like, I was never against, you know what I'm saying? I never against it. I was never too big and be like,
right,
you
definitely.
Know what I'm saying? So I feel like I always wanted to do that. So, you know, and I've been with her for, you know, a very long time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
I know this.
Yeah, so I know it's just me. I need to make the move. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like it just took me to realize, you know, that, you know, I do want a family, and, you know, I want to have that person, you know what I'm saying, that I know is gonna stick with me through it all, and I felt like that's who it was, and, you know, and I just went after what I wanted, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And now you looking forward now, future wise, as to getting you want to get what the hell is this called? The trucks when you set up with your food.
With the food truck?
Yeah, food trucks. I just now fucking explain what the fuck a food truck means. Yeah, a food truck. Now you looking at, with the wheels, and then it got the engine and you could cook in there and open up a window and tell niggas like, hey, that thing, the food truck thing. Now that's your next move.
Yeah, that's my next move. So hopefully, you know, this summer I'm aiming to open it up.
Damn, and that's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's around the corner. Yeah. It was really trying to push for March, but it was a lot of delays, man, because we got to rebuild. We bought the food truck from a Italian dude out there in National City.
That's big. Cool. You already actually have a food truck.
Yeah, and he had used it as a pizza truck. But the cool thing is he designed it, everything itself. Like, the food truck got switches on it and stuff like that, because he's from National City, so he wanted to bring that culture, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that, so I was just like, yeah, this is dope. And I was like, I could. And then when he started telling me, you know, I started sharing what I do and stuff like that, and then he's talking to me because he, like, you know, the way he pushes his pizza shop is like real hip hop culture. Like, you know, he got the Jordan sneakers on the wall. He's bumping the.
He's still there now.
Bumping the Wu-Tang. He used to be in Barrio. He used to be in Barrio Logan. He used to have a pizza spot in Barrio Logan. He just opened one up over there by the water park. Off of 8th Street. Kind of.
Oh, okay. Come on, Chula Vista.
Chula Vista.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Chula Vista over there. I forgot what street, but he just moved. He had opened up a location there not too long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, so as I'm getting the truck from him, he's like breaking it down to me like, yeah, you could be like, you know, the Daygo Nipsey of this shit, and then as he's saying that, I'm already thinking that in my head, like that's who I look up to.
Yeah, I was already doing
so when he said that, I'm like, oh yeah, we need this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I could really push this. I could really, like, this is gonna be something right here. So like, yeah, I was really hyped when I once we got the truck. So,
and then with you having a food truck, is it like you could go set up wherever, or you gotta have a set location where you can or can't? It's regulations as to.
So yeah, it is regulations where you can set up at. Like, you need like certain permits and stuff. Sometimes when you park and sell food at the food trucks, like downtown, I know it's certain spots downtown you're not allowed to be at. But basically private parking lots is a big thing. So like, you know, a lot of people take advantage of like the breweries and stuff like that, because some breweries, they don't serve food, and so, you know, you guys got
you could drink.
So y'all got
the food.
Yeah, and then you're free to park your stuff right there. And then some people, you know, they got set locations where when they're not, you know, cooking at private events or stuff like that, this is where they're gonna be at on some days.
Right.
Like I know like shout out Chef Buddha. Like, I look up to them a lot. And
that's the Chef Buddha Blazing, right?
Yeah, the Blazing Soul Food. Yeah. So I hit him and his wife. I hit them a lot, and I get a lot of game from them, because I'm about to open a food truck too.
Right.
So I'm like they little bro. When
have you talked to Denzel with Average Joe's Burger?
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Oh man,
that's my nigga.
Bro, I call him on the fucking phone. Like, yo, y'all turn up today? He's like, oh nah, man, it rained or woo, woo, woo. Like, I call him on the fucking phone and shit. Like, for real.
That's my dude right there. He had threw me an alley-oop one time. He was cooking at the damn, what is that called? The Legion. He was cooking at the Legion over here off a market.
Yeah,
and he had got the truck, so he started doing his own thing with the truck. So he started going with the truck. So he couldn't be at that spot on every week. You know what I'm saying? So he had hit me up, and then they had a kitchen set up in there and everything, and gave me a smooth deal to cook up in there. So I took advantage of that.
That's what's up.
So I shout out Denzel because he really look out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And I feel like in the food industry and shit like that, it ain't nobody really holding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do this because I'm doing this, and you know what I'm saying. It ain't none of that. Like
you said, they threw you alley-oop.
Yeah. Everybody, it's alley-oops anywhere. All you gotta do is basically like be willing to reach out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to reach out. It's okay to ask like for information. You know what I'm saying?
Too many motherfuckers is worried about I don't want to look corny.
Yeah, and it's not about looking corny
at all. Like, especially when you talking about business.
Exactly. And I feel like when it comes to shit like that, like no question is a wrong question. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because we always a student forever.
Exactly.
You have plenty of questions.
Exactly. So shout out Denzel, shout out Chef Buddha, shout out everybody though in the Daygo though. That's really like started from the ground up and really like made their own lane with what they doing.
Because you, as of recently, I believe you was even at a Chef SD event.
Yeah. So I did like a pop up there at Chef's. That was like my third time doing it.
How was that even for you?
It was cool.
Was that even like you even getting invited out? Was that something different for you, or that was just like because they recognized you? What was that even like for you?
Nah, it was cool because it's a black establishment. It's a black owned establishment. You know what I'm saying?
We had him on here.
Yeah, and him and his son, cool people. Like his son, he was actually there when I was cooking at Chef's, and I was breaking down to him what I was doing, and he was telling me a little bit about what he's trying to do.
G-Rax.
Yeah, G-Rax. That cool young dude, man. Nah, for real.
He told us his story. We got the whole.
He a cool young dude, man, for real. And I was just talking to him about like the wrestle and shit like that. And, like you know what I'm saying.
Like what honestly I would even like and I even hate saying like, oh, who's your top and shit like that.
Yeah.
But just like I would just say somebody who I listen to on a regular would be like Dom, Larry June.
Okay.
Like it'd be like on that, but then if I go back to R&B like that, then we're gonna talk about that.
I met both of those people because of the food.
That's crazy.
I met Dom and
I know I seen that you met Dom on your on your Instagram. I seen that.
Yeah, bro. I met Dom and Larry because of the food, and it's dope because it's like just like you, like that's who I listen
to.
Bro.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
They major. For me, I'd be like, bro, I can listen to that shit like all the time. That's
bro.
nothing.
Yeah, bro. And then so it was dope. It was dope experience, man. Like meeting both of them, like real genuine, real humble dudes. Like when I met Larry, he just like, you know what I'm saying, basically on some like, you can kick it with me for the day. Like, he was like basically with the good job, Willie Wings. You know what I mean? He was on that. He did a little video shout out for me.
Oh damn! Like that.
And I just wanted to give him the food, man, because like you know what I'm saying? I look up.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? And he 91.
Exactly.
You know
exactly. It says 91. Exactly.
So I was like, I'm for sure. I know for sure. And then like when I gave him the food, he brought up my music, and I ain't even. What
the hell?
Yeah, bro. And it hit me all the way left because I'm like, I ain't even hit him on no shit like that. Like I just wanted to give him my food because I'm a fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, man, I checked out your video or whatever. That shit was cool. I was like, damn, that's dope, man. Like,
damn, you checked out my shit? Like, that's crazy.
I was like, nigga, I ain't gonna stop rapping. When he said that shit, I said, yeah, I could find a lane in this shit. Yeah. So. Right.
Exactly. You like, oh, you checked out my video, so somebody's even checking for my shit.
Exactly.
Like you said, you ain't even been doing no rapping.
Yeah.
But now even like I always like to let people know like how they can reach you. So like let people know how they can reach you and everything from your socials.
Oh yeah.
What you got going on, anything like that.
So if you ever want to like get my merch, I got sauce. You want to order catering, request, catering for a private event or anything, you can reach my website, Willie-Wings, and that's wings with a Z at the end, not an S.com. And also you can reach me at Instagram, Twitter, all that is Willie_Wings. Again with a Z at the end. And then you ever want to look at my music and all that, you can look me up under Willie Wings on all platforms and everything. Me and my big bro Swag, we just dropped an album called Raw Wings. Before we did that, we dropped like 5 tapes before that called Raw Wings. And so this was the album, and I think we gonna come out with like a deluxe for the album too. Cause I told him I'm done rapping. Like I don't want to rap no more. I just want to focus on the chicken. So
that was even more so the reason why I didn't even ask about your rapping, because you're like, nah, I'm not on that no more. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm want to focus on the chicken. So Raw Wings, tap in, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And with that being said, it's been another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast, and it's a wrap. Well, let's get some tacos, nigga. Can we really get some tacos? You trying to get some tacos? Let's get some tacos, nigga.